Hello again, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. And I finally done it. I finally can claim that I own a shirt from every single country from a particular continent. Now, it is the smallest continent in regards to the number of countries, but I'm still counting it as a win. In fact, about 6 months ago, I had an opportunity to complete this continent when a shirt appeared on Classic Football Shirts. Though I waited about 2 weeks, and when I went to purchase it, it had sold. You can imagine I was pretty annoyed when that happened, and I felt like, is this going to be my one opportunity to have bought that shirt? But like with many things, if you are patient and wait a little bit, a opportunity will surely arise once again. And it has done. In fact, it's the same club that appeared, and it's from Classic Football Shirts as again. So let's open up the package. I have memorized quite a lot of information today, so hopefully I don't get it all wrong. Let's get it open and see what I thought. Kind of excited to see what's inside. So, Classic Football Shirts, as I said. Is there a trading card? Yes, there is. We have Del Piero. I have many of those. So, let's open it up. Get rid of the packaging. There's the back. And there's the front. Quite official, that, isn't it? Definitely got the tags, which is nice. Manufactured by Umbro. And if you can read the team, it's Club Nacional de Football. So, let's open it up and get a proper look at it. Ooh, there's one of those little tags. So, okay then, we've got a lot of packaging here. Get rid of that, and that, and the shirt apparently. Put that back up. Anything else? No, I think we're all done. Okay then, so there are some popper buttons which I like. Let's undo those before I put them on the mannequin, or else that's really not going to happen. This is a beautiful shirt. So quickly, let's look at the back. Lovely bits of detail, and the material is so good. Proper premium. It's not what you would expect to find sometimes in an Umbro shirt. Like a lot of the ones I've got in Africa, really thin material, very sort of low budget. This is a high quality grade material. And then we have the front. Get rid of a few common tags. So that's pretty nice. Let's dress the mannequin in a prompt and respectable manner. And I will tell you a little bit information about the club and the shirt itself. Right then. Easy does it. I think the fact that there is an open collar makes it a little bit more simpler. I will take that. So, as the bag on the front suggested, it is Club Nacional, and they play football in Uruguay. Now, that's not to be confused with Club Nacional, who play football in Paraguay. And as you can see, that these shirts are not too dissimilar. They definitely use the same sort of colour scheme, and the logos are not that different. I think there's a slightly different version of this logo that is effectively that logo. And the reason is because this club was founded after this one, and it was literally inspired by it. So they took the colours, and I suppose the fact that the Paraguayan flag is also red, white and blue, it works quite well. So internationally, because this club is also known as Club Nacional, internationally this club is known as Nacional Asuncion, because that's where they're based. This one is just simply Nacional, though they're based in Montevideo. And then also, there is another national club in South America, which is the one from Colombia, and of course it's Atletico Nacional. So it's kind of nice to be able to say that I own all three of the primary major national shirts from South America. I don't really think that these are together too frequently, so that's a nice little bonus. Let's put these back for now. The colour scheme, for the inspiration for the colour scheme on this shirt though, is actually an interesting story. It comes from a national hero of Uruguay. I think his name is Artigas, and he has his own flag. In fact, it's one of 3 official flags for the country. So you have the typical one that you're all familiar with, you have the Artigas flag, and then you have another one which is something like the Trientes y Tres, which is the 33 Orientals, who were a group of people who in the 1800s went to fight the Brazilian Empire. So apparently On government buildings, at the very least, those 3 flags have to be flown at the same height. So that was quite an interesting thing to read about. Now, this shirt itself, with it being the home shirt, and it's the 2019 version, it's going to be, obviously, have a white body, and it has, the sort of red and blue trims and accents. So you have them running across the sleeves. And one thing that I have noticed on this shirt that I don't think I've ever seen on a shirt before is on the collar, on the lapels, and I'll put a photograph, just a little stitching of the red and blue. And it's little details like that that stand out, and I think it's I think that's quite a nice little touch. Now, on the inside of the collar, and you can't see because of the mannequin's neck, there is a sort of an inscription, a motto, and effectively it translates to the Dean of Uruguayan football, which is effectively the founder or the beginning of Uruguayan football. Club Nacional, they claim the stake that it's them. Now, apparently in Uruguay, that's quite a hotly contested topic. There are 3 clubs who think it's them. You've got Nacional, you have Penarol, who officially changed their name in the 1910s to Penarol, but they are a continuation of a club that was founded in the 1880s, which is before this club was founded. And I believe there is another club, maybe I want to say it's called the Albion or something to that effect, and they were also founded in the 1880s, though they were only granted professional status in 2018, so you can make as that as you wish. It's one of those things where, obviously, we can't ask anybody who was around that point because they're no longer here, so it becomes to a fact of each club is probably going to stake it themselves. Quite clearly, Nacional think it's them, they're putting it on their shirts, so, I think that's kind of funny. I'm sure the fans of the clubs will claim it's them, but probably for most neutrals, it's not really the most important thing. But I thought that was quite a nice detail. On the back of the shirt, there is a motif which is celebrating 120 years anniversary. So I do always like that sort of detailing and appreciation of the heritage of the club. The club itself is, I can't remember if it's the most successful or the second most successful club. Penarol is also the club that's up there. They have had pretty decent record in sort of South American sort of competitions, etc. As for the shirt itself, for the material, like I said, it's really nice. You've got a good bit of ventilation running across the front. The Adidas, why did I say Adidas? The Umbro logo is embroidered, similar to the crest itself, and then the sponsor is transferred on. Now you have a few sponsors running across the sleeves and the shoulders, which I think actually is a pretty decent way of putting additional sponsors on, instead of just plastering on the front, which they kind of have done with this one. You've just got quite a lot of stuff going on there. You have them on the sleeves also, and the back. I think it's quite a subtle way of keeping the front fresh. On the back they do have a few sponsors also. I bought this one for, I believe, $39.99, and it's been on sale for, again, probably about 3 weeks or maybe 2.5 weeks. From when I checked this morning, they have every single size available still. And not only do they have the home shirt, they have the away one, which is like a more of a navy, a darker blue, which actually looks pretty nice. So I picked up the home one because I wanted to be able to compare it with the one from Paraguay. And if I'm honest, I think this one maybe is a little bit cleaner. I think the fact that the front is not too bad. I do like Joma, but I think this one probably stands out just a little bit more. I just can't stop looking at the little detail. That's all it is, a little stitching like that, and it just makes a shirt. Plus it has popper buttons. I do like popper buttons. But that's it. I have now every FIFA registered country from South America. So we have, let's quickly go through, we have Argentina. I have quite a few from Argentina, and this is the Boca Unidos shirt, of course. I have just the one from Bolivia, and this is the strongest, which is an amazing club name. I have Brazil. I have a few from Brazil, and this is the Corinthians third shirt, which is my most valuable shirt. We have Chile. Again, I have quite a few from Chile, and this is the Santiago Wanderers. We have the one from Colombia that I showed you not too long ago, Atlético Nacional. I have just the one from Ecuador, and this is the Emelec, which has got a beautiful design, really nice. I think this was one of the first South American ones I purchased. Of course, we've got the Nacional one from Paraguay. We have just the one from Peru, the Huancayo shirt. I love the way the sponsor is diagonal and runs in line with the sash. Of course, Uruguay. And last but not least, we have Teixeira from Venezuela. It's actually quite an older shirt. This is from like the mid-20s, mid-2000s. And it's not really often you see Venezuelan shirts for sale. But that's it. Unless some of the other countries in South America granted FIFA registration, this is it. I'm not certain which is going to be the next continent I can complete. I think if it's going to be anybody, it's going to be Europe. I'm not that far away from completing it. There's still quite a few smaller nations which are... I have found some ideas of how to find them and get them, but they're quite expensive. I can't see me doing Asia because it's got North Korea. Africa is going to be quite difficult because it's just difficult to get some of the shirts, and I don't think I've seen many for sale. North America is going to be quite difficult because you've got the Caribbean islands, and again, they don't really sell many shirts. And then Oceania, with all those islands over there, very difficult also. So I think it's probably going to be Europe next. Though, of course, I'm going to be keeping my eyes open for anyone and everyone that appears, and I will purchase them accordingly. But that's it. Let me know if you've got any more information that you want to detail to me and anybody else who watches this about the club itself, or South American football, or just anything in general. Of course, I'm very much appreciative of that. Let me know your thoughts on the shirt itself. Honestly, it's really high quality. If you're just interested in Umbro itself, this is a great example, and I would probably encourage you to purchase it. But that's it. I will see you in the next video. The next video is kind of got a crazy design, so I'm quite excited to open that one. But I will, like I said, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching as always. Goodbye.